What's going on, guys? My name is RagingRaptor and welcome to a new World of Tanks video. And today I want to give my first impression of the new PvE mode. And well, I did play yesterday's quite some time, like 2 hours. I did play a lot of tier 1 stuff, a tiny bit of tier or level 2 stuff before I caved in and bought the package where it gives me all of the things at level 3. So yeah. As you probably have seen from the title already, I personally think the PvE mode is infuriating. Not only because of its balancing, but also about the potential wargaming once again simply threw out of the window. It makes me sad to see how bad the PvE mode in my opinion is when it compares to something like other PvE games or what could have been. So right now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, should I blame wargaming for what could have been? Or should I blame wargaming for what is a little bit better than in the homefront mode, but yet is still trash? I did put together some personal points, bullet points I want to talk about in today's video, because why I think for my first impression the mode is bad. And I do want to point out, so we are all on equal ground or equal footing. When I was hearing about the PvE mode, I was looking forward to the PvE mode because I personally, when I hear the words PvE, I usually always come to my mind things like Borderlands 3. Seriously, I enjoy the Borderlands series a lot. And Borderlands 3, even though they did a dick move by going to Epic Games in the first half, it is a fun game, it has lovable characters, it is great with its inside jokes like the Ben and Teller joke. And it's just in total a very fun PvE experience. It's not easy mode. Like, there are weapons which make it easy mode, but it is definitely not an easy game in most certain situations, especially the boss fights. But the smaller waves where you're just gunning down those minions, basically, those bab thingies, this is not a big deal. Like, you can immediately wreck them and it's fun. Like, you actually feel like a little bit of a god. Like, you are the Vault Hunter in those games. You are the guy which is going to save the world and killing those bosses and those pesky streamer twins. Yeah. And this is something I simply cannot see in the PvE mode, because you might say it's good that it's challenging, but there are so many things which just doesn't make the PvE mode in World of Tanks, well, challenging but more infuriating. The first thing is that the bots are way too accurate. Like, it's not even funny. I constantly said during yesterday's stream, those bots have a better aim than Keyhand, Hershno, Myland, Dakilzor, all the Envil guys and all the oil guys combined. Seriously, it's a joke how accurate they are when we are thinking that this is supposed to be a little bit more of a realistic mode. God damn it, you can't be telling me that freaking Panthers and Tigers on the move hit every single shot because they have perfect aim, because they're bots. Like, this makes actually no fun whatsoever, and the issue is not only that they have an incredible aim and always know where to aim where your weakest point are. By the way, this is something what wargaming deliberately do not want to have in the game. Just saying, they did point out in several Q&As they do not want to have an in-game model viewer, because this could lead to normal aimbots to have incredible accurate aim to always hit the weakest armor spot of your tank. And now they just did it in the goddamn PvE mode. Clap and a half for you, wargaming. Clap and a half. And the biggest issue is they don't have inhuman reactions. Like, literally, a normal human player, even the best you can try to bait. Doesn't matter, you can try to bait them. You can see them when you are doing the 1v1 games, like on Sunday. It was amazing to see what they could do, but in the end, those were 1v1 games with human reactions. The bots literally, they aim at you, BAM! There's 0 millisecond of delay between this. And this is just infuriatingly stupid. Like, who the hell did program this? I'm sorry for being so direct this video, but my god, why do you not even think about, oh, maybe give the bots, I don't know, a delay of 0.5 seconds, or give it a random delay, and not just BAM! It's literally a 0-second delay between they aimed at you and then shooting. I don't even know what the logic behind is when they're sometimes aiming and when they're just sometimes shooting on the move. But yeah, The other issue is, because they are bots, they always know where you are. It doesn't matter if you're spotted or not. So this basically happens that after you are, like, when you are getting spotted, seriously, 2.9 seconds before even your light bulb goes on, you hit shots, you eat shots. Because the bots literally always know where you are. It doesn't matter. It happens a lot on the frontline map where, for example, artillery is always aimed on you, even though you are not spotted for quite some time and you're trying to do a flanking maneuver. Seriously, this takes the joy away of flanking. Like, you are supposed to flank in a medium tank, yet you're getting blasted for 300 HP as soon as in the millisecond you get spotted by the artillery, by the way, which can always hit you, even though you're hiding behind cover. And playing things like the Churchill, even though they don't eat too many shots or too much damage from the artillery, it's still kind of awkward when you do not have any kind of way to dodge the shots, even though they have apparently higher angles to hit you everywhere. So even if you're driving, they have perfect aim. Again, perfect aim is not a good thing in bots. This makes the bots really annoying and frustrating to play against. The next thing, which is arguably bullshit in my opinion, is the time limit. Like, seriously, this is a fun mode. Fun. Do you know what this means? F-U-N? Do we have to get SpongeBob to explain to you what fun is, or are you Plankton and you just want to do evil fins? Seriously. Like, it makes no sense to me that there is such... Like, no, seriously. Actually, it makes sense that there is a time limit. But it feels like Wargaming forgot to implement breaks in between the different phases. I really do think that this is something which just slipped through or is a bug. Well, we do know it's a feature, obviously, because it's Wargaming. But it feels like there's just an incredible bug in it. That you have no break. Like, you have no time to get into positions, to ready yourself up for a counterattack. And even if you do, you're obviously getting artillery striked. Twice. Even at shorter intervals at higher levels. But why is there such a stupid time limit? I lost several games where we simply didn't have enough time to finish them off. Like, I don't get it. It's supposed to be fun and not a marathon. Like, in the sense of, I gotta be the quickest, I gotta be the quickest. Like, what the hell are you doing? Seriously. It makes this game mode so much unfun, especially when you have a bad actor, or excuse me, a bad presenter in your tank saying, "Wait, you guys, you only have 2 more minutes. Please focus on the mission objective." And you look like, oh yeah, I still have to kill 10 other tanks in 2 minutes. 2 of which are Jack Tigers, 2 of which are Ferdinands, and we have 2 Panzer II Elites. Congratulations. It's fun and engaging. Yeah. The good thing is, however, there's apparently no bonus for winning, like in the points you're getting. It only matters how much damage you're doing, so arguably the longer the game takes, the more damage you do. So, and luckily enough, I have to say, kudos to you, Wargaming, that you actually say goodbye to the stupid fuel system. You kind of replace it with the tokens, so... Because you actually have to get those 15 times victory tokens, otherwise it will be nearly impossible to get the tank as far as I know. Then, the next thing which pisses me off. Why exactly did Wargaming think it is a good idea to change everything about penetration values, about alpha values? Like, I don't know. It might just be me, because I am a guy which has basically everything memorized. But it's just so frustrating when you suddenly... Like, in the first round I was like, excuse me, what the fuck? Since when does a goddamn Panzer IV-H... blap me for 200 damage, basically, because it did a high roll? Why does a Panther suddenly hit for 260 damage? What the hell? Like, who was thinking this was a good idea? Seriously. You are not used to those damage values at the beginning, plus, obviously, most tanks have lost quite some HP to make it somehow work. The more I'm thinking of, the more I think there's literally no balance in it. Or, the other thing I'm thinking, Wargaming thought that they want to make it more historical accurate, that after like just 3 shots you are dead, you know? Which makes sense, But then again, you say you want to make it more historical, so why the hell do you give them pinpoint accuracy? Oh, you want to make it historical? Why exactly don't try and test out, for example, no RNG whatsoever? That would have been a good idea. Yet, nope, we do not have that. Then we have, for example, also unrealistic pen values. Like, what the hell is going on with that? Seriously. A Panzer IV-H, as far as I know, with the 75mm gun, which is portrayed in the game, in this game mode, has a maximum of 110mm of penetration with standard rounds. Yet, even if you're playing the heavy tank class, the Churchill for all of the matters, or even the IS, nope. Nuh-uh. Those tanks almost always punch right through your front. So what's the point again of heavy tanks if your armor literally is useless? Like, again, Wargaming said this is a team mode where heavy tanks have to get on and take in the fire while the medium tanks flank around and punch them out of the life. Yet you can't even take the fire because every single shot penetrates and you're done in 3 or 4 shots. Good balancing. Oh yeah, again, artillery also knows wherever you are. It's also really good mechanic to make this game anti-fun. I don't understand why exactly Wargaming decided to implement artillery to be this persistent and this annoying. Because it luckily doesn't have stun. But it has literally always the opportunity to blast you for, 300 plus. Woo, that is fun, getting penetrated by your artillery piece, even though they have perfect aim and never really miss and they can snapshot you. Because it does feel like they do not have any RNG on their accuracy. When I see how they literally during turning immediately shoot. Doesn't really any fun or logic. Oh yeah, what's up with the crew voices? What happened to them? It looks like literally we have just a recorder in our tank which doesn't do anything except for saying, "Oh, nice shot! You burned them!" Even though you just used your burning grenade and it's logical that if you penetrate you're going to burn them. I kind of miss, like, I don't know what happened there. Like, if the actor they hired to doing those voices simply didn't want asked too much to do everything, or you couldn't get the old voice actors to get to do new lines. I don't know what happened. But this game mode is awfully quiet. The only thing you're getting, you have 2 more minutes, focus on the target. And you burned them. Nice one. You're so good. Like, what the hell? Why do you not get critical hit or we got him? Like, seriously, this is motivating when you actually hear you kill somebody. When your commander basically said, "Nice shot, we got him." Yet you don't hear anything. He's literally just there to say, "You burned them." Wow, engaging. Like, this takes the fun away. It's something many people didn't notice, but it's immediately after 3 games. The first game I was playing, I already felt like there's something missing. There's something missing somewhere. I wasn't able to pinpoint it. And after the second or third game, I was like, yeah, we are missing the crew voices. What the hell is up with that? Yeah. Well done. Well done. Level 1, in my opinion, doesn't really feel balanced. I don't know. Again, the heavies are absolutely garbage or useless. They can't really bounce anything. Because if you, for example, try to side scrape, because the bots have perfect aim, they will, for example, in the Churchill will always hit your turret. So you can't really do anything. The good thing is, in my opinion, is that the IS-2 and the IS-2V actually have a very potent gun. 175mm of penetration is enough to actually penetrate the front of a Panther. You couldn't even imagine it. But yet the Churchill on the second tier still gets shafted. Yeah. Look, honestly speaking, I'm stupid. I'm 100% a stupid player. And I'm stupid to believe that Wargaming was able to actually do something good. I really do not understand how they managed to fuck up this mode so much. Homefront was dull. Wargaming did a good job with the new one, with the new maps. And the idea is that there are different rotations of the maps. Like, for example, sometimes you are attacking from the left-hand side of the map and sometimes from the right-hand side. That is a pretty decent idea. But then again, suddenly Wargaming decides to always, block off parts of the map behind this artillery strike, which immediately kills you as far as I know. Like, buddies, come on. What is the purpose of medium tanks when you can't even flank? Let's take, for example, the map as an idea, Ruinberg. Like, what the actual hell is going on there? On higher levels, you suddenly have 2 corridors, one of which a Jack Tiger is looking down, the other one is a Ferdinand looking down, and you have a side road, which you could in theory use. Nope. there are 2 Tiger 2s waiting for you. You're literally stuck. You can't do anything. You have to hope that every single one of your teammates have their special ability ready to blast those Ferdinands and Jack Tigers to smithereens with airdrops and bombs. If you're not, well, you're getting hammered and you're getting fucked. Again, honestly, in my opinion, a PvE mode should evoke fun. I didn't have a single bit of fun in this game mode except for my friends doing stupid stuff. Like, it is just frustrating, really. I don't know. Like, we have to imagine, like, I don't understand why exactly we have waves with no delay in between them. And the fact that we are supposed to push back the very, very damaged German army. So why all of a sudden, suddenly they make a counterattack with shit tons of tanks? That doesn't make goddamn sense. Seriously. And let's be honest, we shouldn't we feel like to be like the ones advancing, the ones being in charge of finishing off the Germans in this universe? Not alternate universe, in this universe. And yet, with our modern tanks, we suddenly get slapped on by Panzer IV. You know? I don't know. I think, in my first impression, the mode is garbage. And I didn't talk about the grind rate behind it. I didn't talk about basically that you most likely have to buy at least one of the boxes or one of the thingies to even get remotely close to the bounty rammer. It looks reasonable to get the tank like without any issues. The tank isn't good and the tank isn't anything special. It's literally the same thing with a different coding. But for the first impression, just the PvE mode alone, it's frustrating, it's infuriating, it's no fun for at least tier 1s. Again, I had the most experience in tier 1s. Maybe tier 3 is getting a little bit better. I didn't play everything there yet, and I only have like 4 games yet on tier 3 after, again, buying the package with the 30 days of premium. But yeah, that is my first impression of the game mode. Let me know what you think about it, and yeah, that was a little bit of a more direct video, I guess. I will most likely do a more composed video later down the road where I give my final feedback about the mode, as I usually do. But this really did reflect how I personally feel about this mode right now. Thank you so much for watching. My name is RagingRaptor. Subscribe for more rage, and as always, good luck on the battlefield.